Right, welcome to another episode of All the Gear.
Some idea.
So, Lee's driving, so I'm going to do a bit more of a talking until we get to where we get to. But we are in Lee's Mondog,
The Mondog of love.
which you've not seen on the channel because we've not had time.
No.
Not had time. We've been busy with other things. Got lots of videos to upload. Done lots of editing. I nearly finished the editing, which means we just got a load of videos to just get uploaded in a timely manner. Lee, what we're going to go do, mate?
So we're currently on our way to go and potentially have a little bit of a deal with a guy who's come down from Southampton, and we're meeting him halfway. And he's got, I think it's an E92 BMW 325i. Now, I've got a full Mondeo at the moment. I got it cheap. It's done me well. I've not had it long. You'll come to know if you regular watchers of the channel. I don't keep cars that long for some reason. But this guy had this BMW up for a potential part X or swap, so we're potentially doing a bit of a deal with him. But obviously, we're going to check the car over, make sure I'm happy with that, make sure he's happy with the Mondeo. If that's the case, then we could be having a bit of a deal. I'll explain more about that deal later on. However, yeah, we just want to get to the car, have a look around it, make sure he's happy. I'm trying not to get too excited, because if the car's in good nick and he's happy to do the deal, I'm going to be in a very happy mood.
Yeah.
Because this is a rather nice car.
If we're driving back in the Mondeo, we can explain what the deal is meant to be. And if we're driving back in the BM, we'll still explain what the deal is, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're literally just around the corner from meeting the guy now. So we will be back, hopefully, looking at a 3 Series Coupe.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
Tatty Bumbles. Did a deal on the Mark III Mondeo I had. And we've now got this E92 BMW, which I'm going to do a quick walk around for you now. You'll notice George isn't here with us today. He's gone to sunny Tenerife. So obviously we wish him well. Hope he has a good time. And yeah, let's get into it. Give you a brief walk around of all the issues wrong with this E92. So then, here she is in all her glory. It could be a lot better, it could be a lot worse. There are a few issues wrong with it, but we're going to get through to those in due course. So starting with the bodywork, we'll move around to the front. You can see the paintwork isn't amazing. The headlights also need a bit of a polish up, possibly replacement. The near side headlamp bulb also needs replacing. That's a xenon, so not quite sure how much that's going to be. I think they're a lot cheaper these days, but it's a long time since I had a car with xenon bulbs. Yeah, we move on down to the offside of the car. You can see got some lovely swooping LED indicators there. Quite a nice feature, actually. Never really had them on a car before. All of the wheels got some curbing on them, unfortunately, so get them refurbed at some point. Also aware that the near side rear wheel has got some cracks in it, but we've got a new wheel coming to replace that. Moving on to the offside door, you can see there's been some shoddy repair work on the door there, some filler, some cracking. But again, pleased to say I've got some replacement doors on order. Guy from down near Bude in Cornwall is breaking one of these, and he's got a couple on a pallet on the way down, so that's good news. The rear quarters, I'm very pleased, are not too bad at all. Because as we all know, like doors, wings, boots, bonnet, they're all replaceable panels, even mirrors and glass, you know. But when it comes to rear quarters, they're quite a part of the structural integrity of most cars. So I'm pleased to say there's only a few little pin dents here and there. I'm not sure if you can see those on the camera there. Again, some curbing on the offside rear wheel. That's going to need sorting out. Rear bumper could do with some paintwork. I have seen you can get some quite nice rear valances for these E92 coupes. They've got like a rain light in the middle, and obviously because I'm an avid F1 fan, I shall be fitting one of those, no doubt. You can see there's been some duct tape fitted on the near side quarter panel there, due to the fact that it was all hanging off when we went to look at the car. Turns out I just needed pushing back in. Some new clips are going to be on order for that, so I need to get some TFR on those duct tape marks there to get them cleaned off. But again, the near side rear quarter, there is a small dent just here by the door, but apart from that, it all looks in good condition.
and obviously that's the near side rear wheel that I said about having a crack. Also noticed the spring on the near side rear is broken. I did do a little video on that the other day. I might insert that here. Just going underneath, lubricating nuts and bolts. It's just a little thing I do whenever I get a new car and I get it up in the air on jacks. Just lubricate all the suspension bolts, subframe bolts, that sort of thing, because you never know when you're going to need it to take it off. And luckily the bolts and nuts on this aren't too bad, so I'll flip you around in a second and show you what else I found whilst been looking at the near side rear today. So here we are at the near side rear corner on the E92, and so obviously you've got the wheel there taken off. As you can see, as I said earlier, got the nuts and bolts for all the suspension arms, etc., lubricated up with some penetrating fluid, just in case I need to take those off at a later date. Also, I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera too well, but the spring is actually snapped clean in half. You can just see underneath there, there's the little pigtail there, and it's stacked on top of each other where it's broken. Clean in half there, so you've got two bits of spring there together, if that makes sense. So I'll be changing that spring, no doubt. So I don't think it's going to be too bad of a job to do. It's just a case of loosening off that lower arm and then hopefully getting the jack underneath it. And hopefully the jack and the weight of the car will compress the spring enough to get the new one back in. Yeah, but apart from that, if I find anything else whilst the car's up in the air, I'll make another video. Moving back onto the outside, near side on the car now. So finishing off around the outside, on the near side door, as I mentioned earlier, there's some dents on that, but we are replacing those doors, so that's all good. And last but not least, obviously, there's a bit of a dent in the bonnet just there. Not quite sure how that happens, if I'm honest. Don't know whether someone got a bit excited with a stiletto heel or something like that. It's just, you don't know these days. Oh, and the badge, the all-important badge. Excuse me, that needs to be replaced. And last but not least, I'm moving on to under the bonnet. I have given it a bit of a tidy up under here. All of the scuttle pollen filter trim were all loose, and the wiring and the vacuum pipe for the brake servo that goes across here was not all clipped up effectively. So yeah, giving that a bit of a spruce up. There are some bolts missing, so I need to get hold of some of those. If anyone knows a good place to get hold of some of those, obviously BMW would have been my main port of call, but they can be a bit extortionate, as you can all understand. Yeah, as I say, I've given it a bit of a spruce up under here. We have got an oil leak down the front of the engine, which I believe is coming from the oil cooler here. See, just behind there's a bit of a puddle, and I believe that's tracking down the front of the engine. And we've also got a bit of a coolant leak from the header tank return pipe. I don't think that's going to be too hard of a job to change, but I'll probably do a video on that nonetheless. So look forward to that one coming up. But yeah, I think that is around about it. Issue wise, obviously, as I said at the beginning, it could be a lot better, it could be a lot worse, but yeah, I'm still extremely happy with the car. So moving on to the inside of the car now. It is in a bit of a sorry state, it needs a good clean, so I need to get around to that at some point. But it's missing the iDrive, so I know they can be quite problemsome, so a bit of a blessing in disguise maybe. But we have got the issue on the radio screen where the pixelated pixels, is that what I meant to say? The pixels, some of the pixels are missing. There we go, the whole bottom of half of the screen doesn't work, and some of the pixels are indeed missing. Having said that though, the sound system is actually really good, I'm quite impressed with that. The steering wheel, it's lost some of its rubbery coating, so you've got bare plastic left underneath. I know I used to have a 1 Series, it did the same thing, but I ended up just rubbing it all off and just leaving the bare plastic underneath. That didn't look too bad. Excuse me. Again, black roof lining. Love a black roof lining. Just gives you that sporty feel. Let us know if you feel the same way. Drop us a comment, little like. You know how it is. Cover's missing for the OBD port, so need to get one of those. But the main issues is the amount of warnings we get when I switch it on. So I'll turn on the ignition. Start her up. She ticks over nicely. As you can see, we've got an ABS warning, and when you start driving, it then brings an airbag light warning on. There's the bulb warning for the headlight. So yeah, tyre pressure monitoring, obviously that needs resetting, but I believe you do that for the radio, and I can't get that up properly on the radio to reset it, because obviously, as I said, the pixels aren't working. But yeah, ABS light is on. There is another video coming out with a full fault code read on this with George's Ethos Plus scanner. So Ethos Edge scanner, actually, I believe, one of the two. Excellent little scanner that is, from Snap-on, and able to read all the control units, all the faults within it, and help us diagnose some potential faults with the car. So yeah, as you can see, we've got an ABS light on, and when you start driving, that brings an airbag light on, because the airbag ECU can't see the wheel speed of the vehicle. So I believe it's the front right sensor and the rear left which is causing an issue. So yeah, we'll get onto those in due course and get those repaired and hopefully document that. So that'll be in a next video for you guys. So yeah, that's a quick overview on my E92 325i. Yeah, as I say, we'll have plenty of videos coming out for this. So look out for those in due course. If there's anything you want to see, anything you're not sure about on these cars, drop us a comment, follow. We've got the Insta page, the TikTok page, and drop us a comment on YouTube. And yeah, if we can help out, I'm sure we will. But on that toadstool, that's all from us. Tatty Bumbles.